Okay, welcome to the webinar, everybody. My name is Eric Johnson. I am the creator and CEO of Teamzy. I am so excited to be here with you guys tonight. We're going to jump right into the nuts and bolts tonight. I'm going to take you into Teamzy and I'm going to show you how to set it up. Some of you guys have done it. Some of you guys have halfway done it. Some of you are still thinking about doing it. I'll show you how to do it the right way. Okay, I'll take you through all the steps. We'll get it set up and you will see how easy it is to become super mega organized with Teamzy. Then I'm going to teach you guys how to start connecting with people and really how to connect with, I would say easily connect with at least 20 people every single day. Create conversations, how to create those conversations, how to turn those conversations into invites to learn more about the business, and how to follow up with those invites like a pro. I'm going to teach you all that tonight in like 30 minutes. So get ready, it's going to be exciting. And then at the end of all of that, you guys, I will stay and do Q&A. So some of you guys have questions, or maybe some will come up as we go, or maybe someone on your team has questions. I will stay and answer those questions for you. That's one of the cool things about being on the live call with me. Okay, so you guys ready? So we're gonna do all that. I'm just gonna get started. One thing I just wanna let you guys know is a couple little housekeeping things. One, I'm recovering from a case of laryngitis, so we may have to go full charades at some point in this call. We'll see how it goes. Also, if for some reason you drop off the meeting or I drop off the meeting, come right back on, okay? Because we usually, if that happens, we usually recover really, really quickly. All right. So also, notice the Q&A button down there. If you have questions as they come up, load them in that Q&A queue, and we'll get to them at the end, okay? If there are people that should be on this call on your teams that aren't, quick send them a message, tell them to jump on. It's going to be worth it. Okay, let's jump right in. Okay, so now you guys see I'm in Teamzy. This is my Younique account, which I love. I actually named myself Younique, so this is Welcome Younique. It's kind of fun. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna jump right into setting this up. Now, one thing I want you guys to know, I'm pretty sure most of you guys are on a free trial already, but if you're not on a free trial yet, you need to go to teamzy.com and sign up for a free trial. It's free, no strings attached. We don't ask for a credit card, nothing. You could even give us a fake name if you wanted to. We don't care. Try it for free. We want you to fall in love, okay? We want you to fall in love before we propose marriage type thing. So go use it for free if you haven't already done it. Just go to teamzy.com and get a free trial. Also, remember to get everyone on your team in the free trial. You guys are going to be super fired up by the end of this call. When you first log on to your free trial, you will be inside what we call a setup wizard, and it just makes it easy for you to set this thing up. A lot of these software platforms are super complicated, okay? We've made this very simple. So the setup wizard will walk you through. If you've already dismissed the setup wizard like I have, you can get it again by going to this little cogwheel settings wheel at the top right and relaunch it. Okay. Okay, so here's the setup wizard. We're gonna do three things. We're gonna set an income goal. Okay, we're just gonna set a number that we wanna make. And that goal, Teamzy will then backwards engineer that, tell us what we need to do each day to hit it, which is kind of cool, right? We're gonna create a powerful why. We're gonna create a powerful why. I'm gonna show you how to do this and how to help your team do this so that people don't quit. Also, we're gonna get all your contacts imported into Teamzy. We'll get them ranked so that Teamzy will tell you how often to contact them and who to contact today, which is pretty cool. All right, so let's do it. So here we are, step one, set your income goal. Now, here's what I want you guys to do. How much money do you want to be making annually a year from now? Does that make sense? So what do you want your yearly income to look like a year from now? I put 150,000 in mine, okay? So whatever number it is, put it in there. But here's what I want you guys to do. Just stretch a little bit. Just stretch a little bit. Teamzy is gonna make you so organized, you're gonna be able to connect with more people than you think you can. Okay. Continue. Next, 6 figures. Let's do this. So Teamzy's crunched the numbers. Sorry, my voice is already cracking. And it's telling me that if I want to get to that 6-figure level, I need to connect with, over the next 12 months, 4,348 people. 4,340. How many of you guys typically connect with more than 4,000 people a year? I know probably some of you guys are Black status and you probably do that, right? Here's the thing, you guys. You don't have to be a superhero to do this. You just need a system. That's it. I'm going to show you the system. So how do you do it? How do you connect with that many people in a year? Have you guys ever heard the phrase, how do you eat an elephant? You know the answer? Yeah, one bite at a time. You eat it one bite at a time. So the next page is going to break this down for us into 3 groups first: prospects, customers, and presenters. Okay? And then it breaks those down into smaller chunks, yearly, monthly, weekly, finally, daily. So basically, if I want to get to 4,348 people, Teamzy's given me a suggestion. Why don't I connect with 9 prospects every day, 6 customers, these are current customers, or past customers even, and 4 presenters. So I'm going to connect with 9 prospects, 6 customers, 4 presenters every day. That's going to get me to my goal. That's 19 people. And I will show you guys right now that will take less than 30 minutes a day, every day, easy. Also, I've got a couple other goals here. Invites. These are people I'm inviting to learn about the business opportunity. I'm going to explain as I go the difference between connecting and inviting. They're different things. Connecting is just trying to make someone's day. You guys, to be successful through relationship marketing, which Teamzy is based on, you need to be focused on getting in the make someone's day mindset. You need to be in the make someone's day mindset. Not the I want to sell you something, or not the I want you to join my team mindset, but I want to make your day mindset. And I'm going to teach you as we connect and make people's day, we create opportunities to invite. And an invitation is where somebody has shown some interest and now we're inviting them. Hey, check out this product, or hey, join this business opportunity call. Are you with me? So our goal now is to connect with, so far, 19 people a day. We're going to invite 3 people to learn more about the business, and then ads. These are new people I'm going to meet. New people I want to add to my Teamzy list every day. The minimum here is 3. Come on, you can add 3. People you meet in the real world, you meet them on social media, whatever, you're adding new people to your list every day. Your Teamzy list is like a reservoir, and you need fresh water coming in. You need fresh water coming in, you need people going out. That's how you're going to keep this business growing. You guys with me? Okay, next. So, one thing I want to tell you about this page. You can change these. These are suggestions from Teamzy, but you can change them to whatever you want. Just write over them. Okay? Now I changed that one to 10 because I want this to add up to 20 because I'm kind of anal like that. I want an even number, okay? Whatever you want these to be, write them in and then click continue. Okay, once you click continue, your dashboard will be configured to these numbers. So every single one of you will have a different customized Teamzy based on your goals. Okay, next step, finding your why. Finding your why. Now, here's the thing, guys. I'm just gonna talk to you a little bit about this. This is something that I feel, I'm very passionate about this because this business opportunity is amazing, right? But so many people quit. Have you noticed that? Do you know in this business, 1 out of 2 people will quit within the first 12 months? It's a lot. And it's hard when you're building a team too, to work so hard to get recruits and have them leave. But here's the thing I want you guys to really kind of bring in right now. The chances are really good that you're going to quit too, which is sad because it's an amazing opportunity. I want every single one of you guys to be successful. That's why we built Teamzy. But you need to understand this, guys. The reason why people quit is not because there's something wrong with them or because they're not strong or whatever. People just quit because they don't have a reason not to. They just don't have a reason not to. Darren Hardy calls it why power, right? Willpower is a myth. We don't have willpower. We do have why power. Why? Why is your reason for doing this business? Do you know? And I'm sure you guys have heard other trainers talk about your why. Like, what's your why? Some people call it your vision. Like, why are you doing it? And it's, the clear example, and then probably a lot of you guys are parents like me, is, you might not go into a dangerous situation like a burning house or off to the edge of a cliff because you don't have a reason to, but if your child was in danger, you sure enough would, wouldn't you? Because you have a powerful why. You need a why like that. A why that would make you run into a burning building for this business, or you're going to end up quitting. Now, here's the thing. I don't want you to get intimidated by that. And I know a lot of times it seems like a complicated process. It's really not. And we've gone through all of the personal growth classes and the books, and it's actually not that hard a process for you to start working on your why. And it's something you should be thinking about periodically, but we built it into the Teamzy Setup Wizard for this reason. It's so important. We want your why in front of you on your Teamzy dashboard so that you can read it out loud to yourself every day. So we need to help you get it so you can do that, right? So let me just take you through this process. It's actually quite simple. And I'll use my story as an example. Now, I was I'm not currently a network marketer because I'm focused on Teamzy and I don't want any conflicts of interest. But I started out as a Beachbody coach. Some of you guys know the story. And we built Teamzy first for Beachbody, and then we've expanded to other networks. So I'm going to share my story. Yours will be a little bit different, but it's just as an example, okay? And basically, this is a series of questions that you answer for yourself, kind of like a journaling exercise, just to get your mind thinking about it, okay? So why did you become a presenter? Well, the reason I joined the business was because I had been using the products and I had a physical transformation. You know, I was looking much better, healthier, and people started asking me about it. Now, I'm sure you guys have some of you guys have a similar thing. You started using the products, people are like, you look great, what are you using, right? So I started doing this because people were asking me already. People were coming to me and asking me about it. And it seemed like a no-brainer to jump into the business. What did you hope to accomplish? Next question. What did you hope to accomplish? And I remember thinking to myself, you know, it would be great if I could make $500 a month extra money. That's all I wanted. Just $500 a month extra money. That would have been life-changing for me. And I remember asking my sponsor, do you think I could do that? He said, absolutely, Eric. I think you could do that. And that's what I hoped to accomplish. It wasn't a big goal. It wasn't lofty. It didn't have a strong why. That was it. The next question, why is that important to you? Why is that important to you? And I don't know if any of you guys know my story, but my business background is in training and coaching real estate professionals. I worked in that industry for almost 15 years. And when the big recession hit the end of 2008, do you guys remember? Do you guys remember that? I'm sure you do. The real estate industry was one of the first ones to get hit, just absolutely wiped out. And it was tough. It was a very tough season for my family as we struggled financially. And I know probably a lot of you guys did too. In fact, I would say probably 4 to 5 people I knew here in San Diego lost their home during that period of time. And you know, I just have to be grateful to the Lord by God's good grace. We made it through that recession. We didn't lose our home. We held on but just by our fingernails. But one of the things that we were not able to do for almost 7 years was save. We weren't able to save a penny. We held on, but we weren't able to save. And I thought to myself, if I could make $500 extra doing this business, I could put that in the savings account. That was really exciting to me. So the next question. What would achieving this mean for you and your family? And this is where I started thinking about it. Like, what would I do with that extra $500 a month? Would I do vacations? Would I, and really guys, I kept coming back to the same thing. Man, if I could save enough, we could buy a new house. That's really what I wanted to do. I wanted to buy a new house. My wife and I had a beautiful home, but we now have 4 children. So our beautiful home was a little bit crowded. And I thought, man, I would love to have a new house. So now I've gone literally, guys, in 5 minutes from, okay, I guess I could do this business, to, wow, we're going to get a new house, right? I'm already getting a little bit more motivated. Then I get to this last question. There's only 5 questions, so don't get intimidated by this. The 5th one is this. Why is that meaningful? Why is that meaningful? And how does this make you feel? Why is that meaningful and how does this make you feel? Now, here's the thing, guys. Hold on, I need a sip. Straight whiskey. No, not really. That's later. I really don't think getting a new home is meaningful. I mean, it's really not meaningful. It's kind of people had 4 kids and lived in 750 square feet a generation ago, right? So it's kind of a shallow goal. So I couldn't say it was meaningful. But as I really thought about how it made me feel, here's the realization I came to. It wasn't a meaningful goal, but it was symbolic. It was a symbolic goal. And I'd never given myself the opportunity to really feel it or think it out loud. It was just happening in the back of my mind. Just happening in the back of my mind. But I knew that my life, my relationship with my kids, my wife, my family, and my relationship with money, they weren't healthy. They weren't good. And my conscious mind thought a new house will fix all that. But as I really dug in, I realized, no, it's not the house that I need. It's a new life that I need. It's a new life that I need. See, at the time, my son Cruz was just starting kindergarten, and he would come home from school, and he never called me daddy. He always called me by his teacher's name because he never saw me. In the morning, I was getting ready for work. When they were getting up, kiss them goodbye, out the door. When I came home, they were in the bathtub already. I already had dinner. And I would, do prayer time with them and tuck them in. That was my relationship with my kids. I was working constantly, traveling a ton, and which is so unhealthy, right? Traveling. And I was doing all this to not get ahead, not be able to save a penny. What a waste of my life. Are you guys with me? Suddenly a light bulb went off. 5 minutes ago, I was like, hey, can I make a few extra bucks doing this business? And suddenly I thought, wow, this is an opportunity, guys, to actually create the life I've always wanted. The life where I get to be with my children and not miss their childhood, where I get to really invest time in the relationship with my wife, where I get to build a financial freedom like I've never experienced before. This opportunity in 5 minutes of answering these questions became my new roadmap to the life I always wanted. And here's the thing, guys, I want you to have a similar experience going through this, because you need to figure out why it matters that you build this business every day. People are always like, we should exercise every day, right? So people are like, well, I exercise 3 days a week. That's great. And I build my business, on Saturdays. That's great. But here's the thing, guys. You need to think about this like oxygen. Do you go a day without oxygen ever? No. When's the last time you missed a day of eating? I mean, maybe you did a fast. I don't even know anybody who really fasts, like really doesn't do anything. Your business needs to be the same thing. Now, Teamzy is going to let you do it in 20, 30 minutes a day, but it needs to be something that you build every day. That's how we build this, but it has to be something that you're excited about. You can't wait for your feet to hit the floor to work on this business. There needs to be something driving you. Okay? I know I'm beating this horse, the dead horse here like crazy, but let me just share with you my why that I wrote, gosh, not even 3 years ago, you guys. Not even 3 years ago. By the way, I'm in that new house right now. So cool, right? Here is my why: to create a life where I never have to worry about money again. I enjoy quality time with my family, and I'm present for my children on a daily basis. I'm healthy and full of energy. Now, that was my why statement. See this last box where it says my why? That's the one that matters. You need to put your why, your statement. See, the first 5 questions get you thinking. You create your statement here and post it in this last box. This is going to save to the dashboard. There's incredible power, guys, not only in setting this intention, but seeing it and reading it out loud to yourself every day. Huge. And there's going to be days where you don't feel like it. Like, I don't feel like it today. I don't want to connect with 20 people today. I just don't feel like it. I know it's 30 minutes. I'd rather watch something on Netflix. Guys, your why is there to snap you out of that. Oh, I don't feel like having the life where I never worry about money again. I don't feel like being with my kids while they grow up, because that's what I'm saying if I don't feel like doing my little bit of work. Does that make sense? Don't skip this. Don't let your team skip this. It breaks my heart when I see messages, people saying, please cancel my Teamzy, and on their dashboard it says, it looks like you haven't completed your why yet. Duh. You're not just quitting Teamzy, you're probably quitting the business, and that breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. I want to see you guys succeed. It's such an awesome opportunity. Okay, so get your why in there and save it. Now, your why is not done. You're going to constantly work on your why. You're going to constantly improve it. In fact, I'm looking at this why, and this just describes, what's today? Thursday? This is just my Thursday. I don't even know what day of the week it is. Guys, I work from home. I'm with my family 24 hours a day. It's awesome. You know why I'm so excited that it's summer? Not because I see my kids more, because now I don't have to drive them to and from school. We get to just hang out the whole time. How cool is that, right? Okay, so do this step. Next. The last step is we're going to get your contacts in. Okay, we're going to get your contacts in. Here's the thing, guys. I know, for those of you guys who have done this, I know Younique is not making this easy, because they probably never imagined Teamzy or something, a tool like this that would help you be so efficient. If they could have imagined it, they probably would have built it. So Younique's back office does not let you export your data. It just doesn't let you. So you have to follow through a bunch of steps of copying, pasting, organizing, cleaning up. Here's the thing. It's not that bad. Don't be intimidated by it. But if for some reason you are, you just need to message us at support@teamzy.com and we will do it for you. It's that easy, okay? Do not freak out about that. And tell your team the same thing. Do your best, and if you can't do it, fine. Somebody yesterday actually just copied and pasted her names right into an email and sent it to us. We put it in for her. So we'll help you guys do it, okay? But it's worth it. If you're moving into your dream home, is it worth the time it takes to unpack the dishes and put them away? Yeah, because now you get to live here. Are you with me? Now you get to live here. So make sure you get those. So we're going to get your, first thing we're going to get in is your downline. We're going to get your downline imported first. Okay, downline imported first. You're taking notes, write that down. Downline first. Then we're going to get your customers. Your customers. We're going to get those imported second. Then we're going to get your Facebook friends in there. So cool. Everyone's in one place. Okay, so we'll get your Facebook friends in there. And there's a video there that shows you how to do it. That's pretty easy too. Then if you have anywhere else you have contacts, we'll get those in there. Okay, so guys, everything's going to be in one place, organized. Now I'm going to show you one last step for setup, which is going to allow Teamzy to just tell you who to connect with every day, which is so amazing. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go to the next thing. So then you just import your files, super fast and easy. In fact, if you guys want, I'll import one for you. Let me find my Facebook. Here it is. I got so much junk in my downloads. So look, I'm importing my Facebook file real time. I'd already downloaded it. There it is, bam. You can add tags, which is pretty cool. You can tag these as Facebook friends as they come in, okay? It's already mapped successfully. Sometimes if you have a different spreadsheet or one that you made, it may ask you to map it, which means, hey, are these email addresses or these names? You just tell it which data things they go to. All right, so you guys can see how quickly this is going in. I mean, it's so fast. Okay, so those guys are already all in there, and now we've got one step to do for setup before we go rock our power hour and absolutely slay our business in less than an hour, okay? We're gonna rank our contacts. So ranking contacts is a super simple system that we have that helps you prioritize your relationships. This is important, guys, because if you want to prioritize your time, you have to prioritize your relationships, period. Otherwise, the turkeys in your life will steal your time, right? And you should spend more time with the best people. Those are the basic principles of relationship marketing. So Teamzy is going to cycle through your whole list at the right amounts. The best ones, the ones most likely to help you, are going to come up more often, but everybody's going to cycle through periodically. So you're going to be in touch with everybody. You're going to be so impressive. You're going to be super impressed with how organized you are. So let me show you how this works. A 5-star person is somebody most likely to become a customer or a presenter. Okay? Or they're an existing customer or presenter that's already a rock star. Okay, so those are 5-star people. You're going to talk to them the most often. They're going to show up on your list to connect with, remember, just to make their day, every 30 days. Every 30 days, which is really often, you guys, just so you know. Okay, 4 stars. These are someone that's likely. They're likely to become a customer or coach with a little bit of nurturing. Okay, they're going to show up on your list every 60 days. Every 60 days, just to connect, just to stay in touch with, just to invest in that relationship. A 3-star person is somebody that could kind of go either way. You don't really know yet. They might become a customer presenter. They might not be interested. We don't know. Most people on your list will be 3 stars. And most of the people, and just about everybody when you bring them in, are 3 stars to start, which is fine. They're going to show up on your list every 90 days. So you're still going to connect with them 4 times a year. Okay. Now, 2-star people are getting a little colder. They're every 120 days. You guys see the pattern here? Yes. And then 1 stars. These are people that are on your list, but they're not coming up on your up next list. They're just kind of there in storage. They're your coldest people, the 1 stars. Okay. So now that we've got that down, I don't want you to freak out if you didn't catch that. Anytime you're on your team page, which we're on now, where it's this little question mark right here, you can click that to go back and read those definitions, okay? On your dashboard, you can also click it right here. Okay, you guys with me? Cool. Same little question mark. So let's go back to the team page. So now that we've imported those people, it drops you on your team page, and this rank mode button is toggled so that you can quickly rank people. Okay, so you just jam down your list and just rank them. If Kayla's a 4-star, we just click her. She's a 2-star, great, right? If you want to delete her, you just hit the trash can. Okay, you with me? And you're just gonna jam through your list. Now, I asked our engineers today to do a quick audit of how many contacts Younique presenters have in their Teamzy accounts, and it's over 3,000. Somebody has 12,000, which is pretty amazing, right? But it's over 3,000 on average. So I know you guys are well connected. You've got a lot of people in here. Here's what I want you to know. Don't get intimidated by this. You don't have to go through all 3,000 and rank them, okay? But what I do want you to do is just quickly scan the list for the people that you feel strongly about, that you actually know who they are and you feel like really warm towards them. And when you see somebody like that, I just want you to click them a little higher, give them a 5 or a 4, okay? And just cherry pick the 5s and the 4s. You with me? And then that's a great place to start. Then as you're working through your list, the majority of them will remain 3s. You can move people up, down, and delete them as they come up. Make sense? Okay. Those of you who are wired like me and would rather stay up for 24 hours and rank everybody, I mean, it's not that bad. I had 1,800 people. It took me an hour. Okay. If you're like me, then that's a great way to do it too. That's just the way I am. I want to, like, if I came into Teamzy today as a customer, I would sit down and set it up until I was done setting it up. My wife would be like, are you going to eat? Just throw a protein bar at me. Let's go. I want to get this thing set up. Okay. Once you've got all this done, you guys, you don't have to save or anything. It auto saves. You can just toggle back up to the dashboard. Now, the reason why I'm going to come out here now is I'm going to show you now how to do the power hour. Now, the power hour is how you're going to slay your business in less than an hour a day. I say less than an hour a day because honestly, you guys, the proactive power hour portion of your day will take less than 30 minutes. And then you might be having conversations, you know, messaging back and forth for a little bit more each day. But I mean, seriously, people talk about a power hour taking 60 minutes. This is you're going to be so efficient. All right, so let me give you a quick tour of this dashboard. Let me just check one thing to make sure that I don't have, okay, good, we're good. Great. Just figured I should check since I hadn't the whole time to see, make sure you guys weren't saying, we can't even hear you talking. All right, so here's a quick tour of the dashboard. You've got, if somebody's not on, this is your Who's Up Next module. We're gonna get to that in a second. But if they're not on your dashboard and you just wanna look them up, you just search them right here in this contact bar. That'll take you to their record, okay? So you can click connect and log one there. Now, if you get a new person today and you wanna add them, you just click that, you put them right in your system, bam, add them, okay? Over here is your navigation, dashboard, team page. That's where your whole list is, right? You can break it down by prospects, customers, and presenters. Also, your follow-ups are here. We'll talk about that. And then you can, any tags you create new groups. Okay. Business page is cool stats and reports and stuff like that. Universities where you're going to get help from us. And then my why, there's your my why statement. Okay. And every time you want to edit that, you just click on my why. It takes you back to that page in the wizard. Okay. Now let's look at today's activities. These are your goals for the day. Now, those of you guys who've done a lot of personal growth and development work know that the way to be successful is to focus on today's goals, right? You got to write your goals, but you got to figure out what needs to be done today. Today's the only day we can influence. Today's activities are today's goals. Now, remember, we set these together. It was to connect with 10 prospects, 6 customers, 4 presenters, invite 3 and add 3, okay? Now, as I do my activities, this scoreboard will start showing my activities until I get this really cool "you crushed it" message, okay? And I'm gonna explain to you guys what I want you to do with that "you crushed it" message a little bit later in the call. Also, you've got your dailies. These are things that you don't do in Teamzy, but you need to be doing every day if you wanna be successful. Whether you're doing Younique or anything, you need to be posting on social media, be active there, doing personal development work every day, be a product of your products, and get some exercise. Now, people are like, what the heck does exercise have to do with this business? Guys, it has everything to do with this business. You don't need me to tell you why exercise is important, right? You need to just get some every day. If you're not doing that, just adding that to your life will probably increase your business 20, 30%. Okay, take it from a guy who's been coaching people in their business for 15 years. Okay, next, your Who's Up Next list. This box right here is the magic. This is the engine room. This is the thing that Teamzy does so special that nobody else does, okay? And even if they tried, I don't think they're gonna get it because they don't understand the relationship, how to build those relationships. So let's talk about this. Who's Up Next gives me 4 lists: prospects, customers, presenters, and your follow-ups, okay? Each list gives me 5 names at a time. The reason why it gives me 5 at a time is because it wants to keep me focused. It wants me to keep me from being overwhelmed. And we don't want you jumping around. We want you just to get to the next person and crank through the list. I'm telling you, systematically is the way to attack this. It's going to be so great. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to work this. And then for each person that's highlighted, like Jay's highlighted right now, you can connect. We're going to log a connect. You can see activity history. She's a new contact, so we don't have any. Any details about her, like tags and things like that, is going to be here, what her member type is, and then any notes I've written. So all of that is available to me right here on the dashboard, which is pretty cool. So now let's do our power hour. So when you go to do your power hour and everything's set up, the first thing you're going to do is work your prospects list, okay? Now our goal is 10, so I'm going to connect with 10 prospects on my list. That's my first thing I'm going to do in my power hour. Now, I need to connect with Jay, and I'm going to message her on Facebook because Facebook is my favorite way to communicate with people. I find it super efficient, right? And you can see up here in my browser, I've got Facebook open in another tab, ready to go, okay? Because I actually have to use Facebook to send a Facebook message. They don't allow any apps to send messages for them. All right, so I'm going to send Jay a message. How many times have you guys thought, oh, I don't know what to say to her? You guys ever thought of that? Or how do I start a conversation? My upline is so good at that, but I'm not. Okay, here's what I want you guys to do. Right over here on the top right is a button that says scripts. This is going to give you great ideas so you don't even have to think. I'm going to go for a Facebook script. And so you can see some great connects. Here's one. Hi, Jane, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? I hope your day is awesome. By the way, this is my favorite script of all time. I've used this one thousands of times. The response rate is through the roof on this because it's simply focused on making their day. Hey, I just wanted to make your day. Just stopping by to say hello. How are you? I hope your day is awesome. And they say, oh my gosh, Eric, thank you. My day is going awesome. How are you? And guess what? Now we're having a conversation. So let me show you what you do. Just click copy script. Okay, it's copied. I can just close this out. Now I'm going to jump over to Facebook and I'm just going to look up Jay. Now it takes me like half a second. There she is. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send Jay a message. It's a setup. Jay works for Teamzy. It's all good though. She and I do this to each other all night long. Oh, by the way, I changed the name. Jane is just a sample. Her name's Jay. Okay, great. So there's the message, sent it. Hi, Jay, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? Hope your day is awesome. Now I'm going to go log in Teamzy that I sent her a message. Because I'm I like to be super efficient and not take much time, I'm just going to copy and paste this so I don't have to type it again. Copy, see how quick it is? Paste that right there. Boom. So now I've logged exactly what I said, actually. I'm going to select what type of conversation it was. It was a Facebook message. And I'm going to log it. I'm going to click Log Connect. Now watch what happens when I click this blue button. Now I've got one on the dashboard. I've got one on the scoreboard, 9 to go. Now I'm going to connect with Jess. Some of you guys may know Jess. She's an amazing presenter, unique presenter. I'm going to send this to her live. She's going to probably laugh when she gets it. Let's see here. I'm sending her, by the way, the same message. Why wouldn't I just send the same message 10 times? Of course. Okay. And then I'll go to the next person. Copy that. How quickly do you think I can get through all this, you guys? Seriously. Log it. Next. I got 2 on the board now. I'm not going to, don't worry, I won't go through all 10. But I just do the same thing. I go down the list, boom, 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 and I would send the message. My goal is to make someone's day, get them to smile, get them to laugh, and start a conversation. You with me? Then I'm going to click, as soon as I'm done with 10, and I have a 10 up here, and this circle turns all the way blue, then I'm going to click on customers, and I'm going to start connecting with my customers. Okay? Now, one thing on this, you guys, same thing. I got scripts right here. This time when I go in, they're specific to customers. They're customer scripts. Okay? So, like, I love this one. How are you enjoying the, whatever they ordered? Send me an update. Let me know how I can be of help. Just checking in to see if there's anything I can do to make your day. That's my favorite one. Works like a charm. Why is it so important to stay in touch with customers, guys? And here's the thing I will tell you guys. Unique presenters do better than a lot of networks on staying in touch with customers, but I can't even tell you how many people have messaged me and said, wow, I thought I was in touch with my customers, but I've been using Teamzy 2 weeks now and I wasn't. Here's the thing. Customers are a goldmine for you. Not only will staying in touch with your customers and building that relationship result in more orders and more volume, right? And training your team to do it will result in more volume. We like those, right? We like that. Yeah. And it's great for them, great for your customers because they're getting excellent service. But here's the thing I want you guys to know. If you have customers who are using these products and loving them, guess what? They are already talking to people about them. They're already building their business. They don't even know it. They're already building your business and they don't even know it. You need to be in touch with those people so you can uncover those opportunities. You need to be in regular contact with people. Are you with me? Okay, so do not neglect your customers. The customer list is as important to connect with daily as the prospect list. In fact, write this down, you guys, because you're going to want to share this with your teams. The absolute best source for a new lead in your business, the absolute best source for a new lead in your business is your current customer. It's your current customer. And that's true of any business. Okay, so we'll copy the script, send those out, and we'll connect with, write down my customer list until I get 6 done. When that's all done, I'm going to go to presenters. Now I'm going to start connecting with with presenters on my team. I got thrown off by Coach Krista. I'm going to start connecting with presenters on our team. This is so important because it's called Teamzy for a reason. It's about building community with your team and deepening those relationships. And these people need to hear from you. They need to hear from you. Having a Facebook page or group, doing live Zoom calls like this, that's not a one-on-one relationship. It will totally shift the dynamic of your team if you are in personal contact with everyone on your team, at least all your personally sponsored people, on a fairly regular basis. Try it. And I'm talking to you guys who are Black status leaders, you guys with big teams. It is doable with a system like this. Just a little message, just a little text, just a little thinking of you, just a little smile that you're sending people's way makes all the difference. You'll see that number drop from 50% quitting to a different number as you build that community. Okay, so we've done it. Prospects, customers, presenters. We've done all 3 lists. Done. All these circles are full. Now we need to do our follow-ups list. Oh, we don't have anyone on our follow-ups list. And you won't either the first day you start. So how do we get people on the follow-ups list? How do we work that? And weren't these already follow-ups that we're doing? No, these weren't follow-ups that we were doing. These were connects. We're reaching out. We're staying in touch with people. So what happens is this. We're starting conversations. We just connected with 20 people, and it took us maybe 20 minutes to send those messages, right? And we sent them out. Now, typically the response rate on a direct message, person to person in Facebook or via text is about 50%. So we should expect about 10 conversations to start from those 20 messages. Pretty cool, right? So you got 10 conversations and you're messaging back and forth and having conversations, asking questions, looking for ways to serve, looking for ways to help. Notice that? Not sell or recruit, but looking for ways to serve, looking for ways to help in those conversations. Because not everybody's going to be ready for an invite, but every conversation, every time you touch one of these relationships, you want to deepen that relationship. You want to invest in it. Okay? Because you're moving them towards becoming advocates for your business. Whether or not they join you as a customer or a presenter, they will start driving people to your business if you build that relationship and show them your heart and how you work your business. Some of you guys have experienced this right now and you're just like, yes, he's so right. Okay. So how does someone get on the follow-ups list? Let me give you an example. So let's say that I messaged Jay, right? And she messaged me back and she's like, oh my gosh, so great to hear from you. And we start talking back and forth. And then she starts asking me, hey, I've been watching what you're doing on Facebook and on Instagram. I'm really interested in learning more about it, and I was like, great. Well, listen, we've got an opportunity call, team call coming up. Why don't I book you into that? And you can get a lot of information there. And then I'll follow up the next day and I'll answer any questions that you might have. And Jay's like, oh, that would be so great. Great. Here's what I'm going to do, Jay. I'm going to send you an email right now with the link. And then I'll follow up tomorrow. Awesome. So how do I do that? Now that I've had the conversation, I'm going to go up to the top and I'm going to search her to bring up her record. This brings me to her contact record, right? Because I can't wait for her to come back on the dashboard. She's not coming back on for a month. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click connect because I want to log this conversation that we had. And I'm going to say there's an opt call invite. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is that it was an email. Now, one thing I want to show you here, an invite is a little different than a regular connect. It's a special kind of connect. So I'm going to check this little box. See where it says, is this connect an invite? I'm going to check that. And then I'm going to select the type of invite, that it was an opportunity call. You guys with me? Great. Now, before I log this, I need to set the follow-up. This will put her on my follow-ups list. If I leave it at default, she won't go on my follow-ups list. She's just going to show up again on the up next list in 30 days. So I need to set the follow-up. So I have a bunch of options here. I can even do a custom date if I wanted to, but I told her I'd follow up tomorrow, so that's what I'm gonna set. So now I'm setting it, and make sure I got it, setting it for tomorrow. There we go. Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna log this connect. Now when I do it, see now there's a follow-up on her record for tomorrow. Now I don't have to think about her again for the rest of the day. Don't even think about her, I'm just moving on. Because see, she's now on my follow-ups list. There she is. So every single day I'm adding people to my follow-ups list. Every single day I'm adding people to my follow-ups list. This list is gonna grow. And this is where people that are interested in learning more about the business go, and this is where I work them like a professional. Everyone on the other lists, I'm building relationships. I'm sharing love. I'm making people's day. I'm finding ways to serve and educate. On this list, I'm following up to help them get to where they wanna go. Now let me talk to you guys a little bit about follow-ups. This is huge. This is huge. First of all, let's just go pragmatically. 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and the 10th follow-up. Have you guys heard that stat? You've probably seen it all broken down, but 80% of them happen between number 7 and number 10. So how many of you guys usually follow up 10 times with a prospect that's interested? Anyone? I've done calls with 300 people on Zoom. I can see faces and 3 hands will go up. It's usually about 1%, okay? So why don't you follow up 10 times? If you now know that 80% of all sales happen between 7 and 10, why wouldn't you follow up 10 times? And I know the answer is kind of cool. I got these like sunbeams coming in on me. I know the reason that you don't follow up. There's 2 reasons. One, don't be offended by this. The reason you're here is because you're probably just not organized enough. You probably just don't have a system that allows you to stay with somebody and go 10 times, right? Well, that's the way most of us are. I'm really not that organized either. That's why I need something like this myself. The other reason, and I think the one probably some of you guys where you were like 10 times no way, is because you feel like you're bothering people. You just don't want to be a pest, right? You don't want to nag people. And I tell people all the time, there is a way to follow up 10 or more times with somebody and not be annoying, right? I'm going to teach you that in a minute, by the way. I'm going to teach you that. In a minute, I'm going to give you the 2 principles so you'll never be annoying when you do a follow-up. Pretty cool, right? But first, I want you to have a mindset shift. I want you to have a mindset shift. Somebody comes to you about this opportunity and they're interested in learning more about it. And you know what an amazing opportunity it is for them to change their life financially, from a freedom standpoint, everything, right? They've come to you and they're interested. Here's the thing I'm gonna tell you about people, and you guys have experienced this. A lot of times you'll follow up 3, 4, 5 times, they won't even respond, right? In fact, most people won't respond at all with 5 or 6 follow-ups. Most people won't even respond. Is it because they're suddenly not interested anymore? No, they're definitely interested. You just need to understand human psychology. The subconscious runs the show. The subconscious runs the show. Have you heard that? More than 80% of our actions come from our subconscious mind. And you know this is true because you guys have managed to drive home from work without even remembering how you got there, right? True? Some of you guys drive to work without knowing how you got there, and you showed up with makeup on your face. How did that happen? That's your subconscious mind. It remembers and it takes over. Scary, right? But your subconscious mind is there to keep you safe. It's to protect you, to keep you safe. And a lot of times safe means no growth, stuck, and trapped, right? So you're talking to someone about the opportunity. They're like, oh my gosh, this sounds so great. And then in the back of their mind, their subconscious is going, no, it doesn't. It sounds scary. It sounds risky. It sounds like something that's going to take a lot of work. I'm skeptical about this. I don't think we should do it. I think you should just stay in your job. We know what that's like. This is what's happening in the back of their mind, you guys. They don't even know it's happening. And then what happens is when you follow up, they're like, oh yeah. And then the subconscious takes over and distracts them. And they're like, oh, I can't right now because, the baby's vomiting. I'll follow up with her. I'll connect with her again later. And they come up with these little excuses that justify not responding to you. But the reason they're not responding to you guys is there's a psychological battle going on in their mind, keeping them where they are. Now, I'm explaining this to you. One, I don't want you to get discouraged 2, I'm going to help you get through that. But 3, I want you to understand this. If you have a heart to help people, like you really have a heart to help people, you need to understand the only way they're going to be successful is when you follow up enough that you can help them get over that hurdle. That's the only way it's going to happen. So if that's true, then your following up is not annoying. It's actually an act of love. Some of you guys, I want you to write this down, a little sticky note, put it on your computer screen. Following up is an act of love. If you love people enough to help them, the only way you can help them is by following up. That is how you demonstrate love. Now, if you're one of those people that's following up just because you're just trying to get a commission, that's going to show through too. But if you really have a heart to help people, that's when it becomes an act of love. Are you guys with me? Now, I'm going to teach you a little bit of the principles of following up. And then I'm going to show you how to do it in Teamzy, which, by the way, is so easy. Some of you are going to be like, how did I do that again? It was so easy. I didn't even get it. Okay. So here's the 2 principles, and then I'm going to explain why they work and why they're not annoying. First principle is this. Write this down. Make sure you have it going. You won't find this in Teamzy, so you got to get it here. When you follow up with somebody, make sure that you, first of all, you should, okay, so the first principle, when you follow up with somebody, never ask them to do anything. Don't give them an action step, okay? Never ask them to do anything in your follow-up. Don't say, please call me back. Can you let me know? Can you respond, please? Can you go ahead and order your kit? Don't do anything like that in a follow-up ever. As soon as you give them an action step or a task or something you've asked them to do, you're annoying. Right? Lindsay, if I call you right now and say, hey, Lindsay, it's Eric. I need to talk to you. Can you call me back, please? Aren't you like, why don't you just text me what you want or tell me what you want? It's annoying, so don't do it. Don't ask somebody to do anything in a follow-up. That's the first principle, okay? And I don't care what people have told you or whatever. Don't do that if you're following up with somebody. Second, follow up via like text message or Facebook message, some Instagram, whatever, like a message, and make it short enough that they can see most of your message on their notification screen. Okay? Make sure you can see most of the message on the notification screen. Because they do not want to open your message. They don't want you to know they've seen it. But they do want to read it. They just don't want you to know that they've seen it. You guys do it too. So give them grace. Now, here's why I'm going to explain this to you. And Lindsay's saying, yeah, we've always been, you have a call to action. And you're going to have a call to action. You're going to tell them on your invite, when you invited them the first time, exactly what to do. But on your follow-ups, you don't. You make sure that you communicate clearly on that invite when you're inviting them, whether you're doing it over the phone, in person, via email. But then your follow-ups, you don't, again, because you've made it clear. Okay? Because otherwise they'll run. So this is what we're doing with these little short follow-ups is we're making their day. We're reminding them of the hope and excitement they had when they heard about the business opportunity. We're reminding them of our care, our friendship, and our love for them. And what these little follow-ups do, you guys, from a psychology standpoint, is they start rewiring their subconscious. For a split second each day, they have a happy moment associated with you and your business opportunity. And when you line up a few of those over time, the subconscious mind stops being so threatened by the opportunity and starts to allow that person to really think and dream about it. Why do you think 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up? In every business. What is that? It's because that's how the subconscious mind works. Are you guys with me? Now, the cool thing is when you have the right heart and you love people, this becomes fun. So let me show you how to do it in Teamzy. It's so stinking easy, you guys. All right, so here's Jay. She's on our follow-ups list, and I'm going to follow up with her, right? So I'm going to go in and follow up with her. Now, here's the thing. They're all in scripts. I've got 10 follow-ups for you, by the way, written for you. You can just use them. You can modify them if you want, but you can just use them. So you can just tell your teams, just use the follow-ups in Teamzy. Every single one of these follow-ups has been used in the real world and is super effective. So I'm going to scroll down to follow-up number 1. Look at this. My favorite one. Oh my gosh, this one has served me so well in my life. Hi, Jane. Just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? So in this one, I guess she has a call to action is, do you have any questions? Any other way I can help you deeper, right? Hi, Jane, just checking in like I promised I would. I am following through on my promise. I'm putting a deposit in her trust account. What questions do you have for me? I told her I'd come back for questions. Great. So again, I'm just going to copy that script and I'm going to just toggle back over here to, she knows I'm doing a call. That's so funny. I'm going to toggle back over to Jay and do my follow-up, right? So I'm just going to paste that in there, change this over. Checking in like I promised I would. What questions you have for me? Okay, so I'm going to send these messages to Jay each day. Copy and log it the same way. So as I'm working down my just pretend there's 5 names here or more on my follow-ups list. I'll go to Jay, I'll log it, right? It was a Facebook message. Make sure you set the next follow-up. Guys, write that down. Set the next follow-up. I don't want her back on default. I'm going to set it again for tomorrow and then log it. So she stays on my follow-ups list. See, so tomorrow I'll do my prospects, my customers, my presenters. When I get to my follow-ups, I'm going down my list and I get to Jay. Maybe I don't remember what I said yesterday. I'll click on activity. Okay, send her 1 follow-up. Great. So now I'm going to go back to scripts and I'm going to get follow-up number 2. Are you guys with me? So you see how easy this is? And then the next day, follow-up number 3. I'm excited about the goals we discussed. Can't wait to get started. Then follow-up number 4. Hi, Jane, just staying in touch so I can help you achieve your goals. And of course, you guys, you can modify these to make them your own. Paste it in there, add a little something, put some emoticons in there, make it fun, okay? Number 5, hope you're doing well. I'm here when you're ready. Do you guys see how these follow-ups work? And every time she gets one of these messages, again, I'm not even expecting her. I wish she would respond, but I'm not expecting one the first 5 or 6 follow-ups. But I do know she's thinking about me. I do know that she's looking at my social media. She's probably going to my Facebook page and immersing herself in what's happening in the business, visualizing herself in the business, right? This is the process, you guys. And you just keep on going. You just keep on going. Okay. All right. So here we go. What happens when I get to 8 or 9? A couple things could happen. Most of the time, when you follow up that much and someone's interested, they convert. And I'll show you how that works in a second, how to move her from prospect to presenter on my team. Or she might buy something, become a customer. Or she might say, Eric, I'm interested, or thank you for your time, but I'm really not ready right now. Great. All of those are awesome because guess what? I have now already shown her what a pro I am, what it looks like. I can take her off my follow-ups list and put her back in a Teamzy, and she'll show up again in a month or 2, and I'll stay in touch with her. Okay? And I'll just be like, hey, Jay, how's it going? She will stay in touch. A lot of times they're not ripe yet. The fruit is not ripe yet. But if you're not in touch with those people, somebody else will end up harvesting that fruit when you're not there, and they'll be on someone else's team, which has happened to all of you. It's heartbreaking. You want to make sure you have a system so people don't fall through the cracks. So now let's say that I go into back office and I see that Jay has purchased and she's come in as a presenter and she has done it. So how do I now finish her off in the system? So if I'm in my dashboard, let's just jump over there. What I'll do is I'll look Jay up again to find her, okay? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna log the sale. So see where it says sale? I'm just gonna click that. I'm gonna pick presenter kit and save. Now, we don't have the whole list of every million products that you guys have for obvious reasons. We want to keep this simple. But when you get a sale, you should log it. Just to log it, you can tag. Let me show you how that works too. It's presenter kit, right? But you can take tags of the product names that people use in here, which is pretty cool. But we want to log the sales because it helps us to track in Teamzy and help you by showing you how many sales you're generating based on your activities, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to save that sale. And now I'm going to move her over to my team. So the way I'm moving to my team, see where it says member type? She's a prospect. I'm just going to go over and drop her on presenter by clicking it. Personally sponsored. Okay? Done. Now I will continue to connect with Jay, but she'll be on the presenters list. Pretty cool, right? And then I keep doing this every day. Just repeat. Every day, repeat. Every day, repeat. Success is based on small goals that are repeated regularly. You guys know this, right? Success is based on small goals that are repeated regularly. You come into Teamzy every day. You read your why out loud. And you go after it. 20 minutes. Boom, make people's day. It feels so good. You're building relationships, you're spreading the love, and you will have no shortage of people interested. And then when they are, you show them the love deeper by following up like a pro. All right, let me go in here in the Q&A and see what we got going. I got a couple things in the chat, so let me look at that real quick and then I'll do Q&A. If you guys have questions, load them up in the Q&A now. Will this be available for replay? Yes, of course, I recorded it. Still recording, right? Yes, recording. Absolutely. You guys will get a link emailed to you. I'll post it on our Facebook page tonight too. I really want you guys to share this with everybody. Everyone on your team that is not here on the call, you need to get into the 30-day free trial. Do a challenge together. Okay, do a challenge together. 30-day challenge. Hold each other accountable as a team. Have them post the screenshot of their daily activities completed. You know all those little circles on the top? Get some accountability partners. Message those back and forth with each other. Okay, if you guys are the leader on the team, post that you did yours. You know, the team goes by the speed of the leader. Okay. Somebody says, I added my team into the follow-ups too. Is that okay? Of course, anything you want to do is okay. And you can be following up with if you have a reason to follow up, like a great reason to follow up with a new presenter is to take them through the training in the beginning, to be following up with them regularly. Absolutely, you could do that. So you can use your follow-ups however you want. But remember, the up next list is designed to help you just stay in contact. Okay. Great. All right, so now I'm going to jump over the Q&A. Got a few questions in there. Let's jump over. Okay. Anonymous. I love that. It's okay. You can be anonymous. It's so cool. I've requested my Facebook download twice in the last week. Check spam, check my email daily, hourly, still nothing. Help. Okay, great. Here's what I want you guys to know. Some of you may be experiencing this too. Your Facebook email with your download will come within 20 minutes. So if you're in a situation like this person is, something's not working right. The most likely suspect is your email address. Is that the email address that is your primary contact in Facebook either will not receive Facebook emails because it's like Yahoo and Hotmail are notorious ones for blocking Facebook emails, for example. So the first thing that we would do if we did it for you is we would switch your account to a Gmail account and then get it that way. But here's what I want you guys to know. She checked her spam, which is great. That was another thing that sometimes it's there. Here's what I want you to do, Anonymous. Email our help desk, support@teamzy.com. Or actually, if you're looking at Teamzy, see where it's this little purple help. Well, I shared my whole screen, but it's down here, this little purple help button right here. You click that to message us, okay? We help people with this all the time, and we will have it done within 24 hours. You will have those Facebook friends in your account. So stop worrying about it. Just get help, and we'll get it done for you. Melissa says, if you add people to Facebook, will they automatically download into Teamzy? Man, I wish. Wouldn't that be cool? That'd be so cool. But no, they won't. And Facebook doesn't play in anyone else's sandbox. They're worth, I don't even know what they're worth now, ridiculous amounts. So they don't need to. They don't sync with anybody. So once you've downloaded them to Facebook, the idea is that you're going to be adding people every day. Remember, our goal was to add at least 3 people to the list every day. Let me show you how to do this again. So you've got this add contact button right here. So as you meet people on Facebook, you make friends, just go in here and add them. And a lot of times what I would do if I fell behind is I would just go into Facebook and I go to recently added friends on my Facebook page and be like, oh, there's 10 people, and I just add them. It takes a second. It takes a second. So like, look, I'm just going to show you right here how fast this is. Got to spell the name right. See, bam, added. Done. I can tag her. Facebook friends. Melissa, you better friend me on Facebook so this isn't a lie. Okay, so she's in there. Done. Added. Next person. I can add the next person. By the way, this is mobile, you guys. This is mobile, so you can do it on your phone. There's a mobile website. You just go to app.teamzy.com. This is what it looks like on mobile. Look. Oh, wait. I'm not sharing it with you. I'm just looking at it myself. See, on mobile, it looks like this, which is pretty cool. So you can totally do all this stuff on your phone. You can click add. add new people on your phone. You can connect with Jay. Look at this, boom. I can do it all, scripts, everything on my phone. How freaking cool is that, right? All right, so you just, once you set this thing up on your laptop or your computer or whatever, then you can do it on your phone, which is pretty cool. Okay. Have you found that setting the follow-ups every day have helped rather than pushed away? Okay, it's a great question. And here's the thing, you got to use your own discernment. Now, I would typically follow up 3 days in a row, at least the first 3 days. Absolutely. And then I might back it off to every couple of days. You can change, you guys saw you can do tomorrow, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, right? You can do different cadences on follow-ups. So over time, you may back it off a little bit. All right. So here's the thing. If you're following those principles, you can follow up more often and not be annoying. Make sense? Because you're not really asking, you're just kind of like reminding them that you're there. Melissa, I entered my customers manually, but I need help with Facebook. Did you say support will help? Absolutely. Absolutely. Just click that purple help button at the bottom right of the screen, Melissa, and say I need help with Facebook, and they'll jump all over helping you. Don't worry about it. Okay. Lindsay asked, I would love an auto ad. I would too. I would too. Anybody friends with Mark Zuckerberg? See if he'll do it for us. Be cool. Suggested uses for tags. Can we search tag categories? This is Stacy. Okay, Stacy, let me show you this. Okay, I could do an hour training on how to use tags, but I'll give you 3 minutes. How's that? All right, so let me move the Q&A out of the way. So basically, you're on the dashboard, right? And you're talking to Julie. You can add tags right here by going to details. I can tag Julie right here, anything, right? I can tag lashes, I don't know. Whatever tag you want, right? I always forget not to do the column. I'm used to Google. All right, so lashes, whatever. I could tag anything I want on this. Now, what's cool about it is when I go to the team page, all of my tags become groups, right? So everyone that has lashes, if I click that, I'd get that list. And then you can also search up here, like if I wanted Facebook friends, sorry, can't type today. If I wanted to search my Facebook friends who also have lashes, right? Then that would give me that group. Are you guys with me? So you can, as you have more and more groups, it's a great way to sort. Another way someone might use groups, this is a really common way, is people who are really active on Instagram. They might create a group that's called Instagram leads. And as they start connecting with somebody on Instagram, they don't really know yet if it's going to be a real contact, right? Because sometimes they come and go really quickly. So they'll put them in this group. They'll add them into Teamzy as an Instagram leads. And then once or twice a week, they'll come in here and they'll click their Instagram leads list. And they'll go through and message everybody. And then after a couple of weeks, some people might get deleted. Some people might get just moved into the regular Teamzy flow because now there's somebody you're connecting with. So there's just so many ways you can use the tags. The tags allow you to keep groups. But for you guys, I think a no-brainer way to do it, obviously, is to tag them based on the products that they're buying. You know, because then you know if somebody buys this product, they might be interested in this new release that we have. You can go click that and have everybody there and you can message everybody. It's so cool. Okay. You also might have tags for new presenter groups, you know, new presenter training groups. So there's lots of ways you can use the tags and then you can delete them if you don't need to keep them. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's see what else I got here. Lindsay says, so no app for Teamzy. Just go to the site on our browser on the phone. Correct, Lindsay. Yep. And you can get there faster by, instead of going to www.teamzy, just go to app.teamzy.com. That skips the, you know, the public pages and lets you get right into your account. Okay, and so now here's another question. I successfully downloaded my team contacts, but as I was digging deeper down into the team today and reaching out, there were many that didn't transfer into Teamzy from my back office. Would you know why this happened? Well, the only reason that it could have happened, Lindsay, is based on the order in which you imported. If you put your Facebook friends in first, and you're also Facebook friends with those people on your team, then they're already in Teamzy. So what I would recommend that you do is search them in the lookup bar and see if some of those people are in Teamzy, just not assigned over as presenters. They might be in there as prospects. If that's the case, then you're gonna, am I still sharing my screen? Yes, I am. You're gonna look somebody up. So let's say Jess, right? So I'm gonna look her up and be like, oh, she's a prospect, she should be a presenter. Just boom, hit presenter, done. Okay, that's how you move them over. Does that make sense? Okay, so for those of you guys who are setting up now, if you go in this order, presenters first, then customers, then Facebook friends, you'll have all your presenters in the right place. The reason why is because Teamzy will not duplicate somebody if they're already in there. They don't want you to have a bunch of dupes. So if you've already imported a name, it's not going to let you import it again. Make sense? Okay, it's just going to ignore it. That would be my guess. The only other option would be just when you copy the list from the back office, maybe you had a different sort. You know, you can sort by first level or whatever. Make sure you have the right level that you want. I always recommend that you sort by first level. Jennifer says, what is the cost of this program? Great question. So after your 30 days free, Teamzy, we do a month-to-month subscription. It's $29.99 a month to have full access to your Teamzy, which is, you know, easily pays for itself every month if you're using it. So $29.99 a month, Jennifer, is the ongoing subscription for Teamzy. You can save a little bit of money if you decide to pay a year in advance. You can get a little bit, you can get a good discount there. Huh. Lindsay says, I'm sure it was user error. It could just be that when you grabbed them, they didn't get in there. But if they're all in there, that's good. Again, if you guys ever come up with problems on the import like that, just message us. We're happy to help you. And you know, we'll figure it out. We always do. Something we really pride ourselves on. We know that you're going to need some help kind of getting into a technology. I know a lot of you guys aren't techie people, and I'm not either, just believe it or not. But like something amazing happened to me in 2011. Not even that long ago, but 2011, I got my first iPhone and it like changed my world. I was like, wow, I'm techie now, meaning I can like do this. So it's exciting to me to build stuff that's easy for you guys to use, but I know there's still some issues with getting it set up. That's what we're here for. We'll be happy to help you get going so that you can really rock and roll. Stacy says, can we create our own scripts and save them? Absolutely, you can, of course. And what's cool too is those of you guys who are leaders, you can give scripts to your team and be like, here's some script, here's a document for you to upload into Teamzy and use. Let me show you how to do it real quick. So when you're in scripts, by the way, if you're on the team page like this, you find scripts inside the Connect box. Now, see right here, it says new script. Bam, there it is. You create your own new script. Now, little pro tip for those of you guys who want to create your own scripts. You need to put the tags. See the tags right here? Put a couple tags like this script is for prospects and Facebook. Okay, that way when you come up, it'll be at the top of the list. Otherwise, you're gonna have to clear all the tags to find your scripts. Make sense? Okay. Let me see here. Let me close out a couple of these. Ann says, sorry, my voice is almost gone, you guys. Once you import your presenters, then must you add your new presenters? Yes. So the idea here, Ann, is as you get, because again, since Younique back office doesn't allow you to do an export, it's a lot of work to get them out of there. So as you add a new presenter, if they're not already on your list as a prospect, right? So the ideally, Ann, is they're already on your list as a prospect, and you're just going to look them up and move them here to the presenter list. But if they're not, then you'll just add them, and then you'll just put in right here instead of prospects, they'll come in as a presenter and just add them to your list. Does that make sense? Plus, if you're not adding people every day, you're not getting this circle filled up here. And that's going to drive you nuts because you know you guys want to get those little fun circles on your screen. Okay, I think I got all the questions. You're welcome, Ann. I think I got all the questions. Again, you guys, it's an absolute pleasure being with you guys tonight. I want you to share Teamzy with your teams, get them in the free trial, get them going. We're super excited to be working with Younique. This network has taken off. Teamzy has taken off faster with Younique than it has in any other network. And those of you guys who have looked into us know we've got a lot of people using Teamzy. So we're really excited about you guys. We must be a perfect match for the way you do business, the way you care about people, and the culture of your network. So yeah, share it, get in there. And if you have questions, just ask us. We'll be here to help. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. I really appreciate you taking some time out to spend it with me. God bless. Have a great night.